Hey everyone, it's Pauline again from Zilch Beauty, certified makeup artist, and today I'm going to show you 3 super fast and easy ways to tell the difference between applying makeup if you have oily skin versus if you have drier skin. Now, I know that our skin changes throughout the year. That is scientifically proven. In the hotter months, most people tend to get a little bit oilier. We're sweating more. We might not be as hydrated, therefore our skin is trying to produce excess oil. In the winter months, the air is not as moisture filled. It is very easy to be super dry on the outside, even if you're hydrated from the inside, especially if you're going outside with wind and snow. But there are some makeup application tips that can help you really normalize your skin if you skew one way or the other. So today I'm going to show you some really quick ways you can do that. And if you're interested, definitely keep watching. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do kind of like a line down the middle of my face. On this side, I'm going to treat the skin as if I had oily skin, and I'm going to treat the left side of my face as if I had dry skin. I have combination skin, so depending on the day, the month, I'm kind of altering my routine, but hopefully if you skew more one way than the other, this will help you moving forward. So for any sort of dry skin problem, you're basically going to want to make the effect that your skin is a little bit more hydrated, a little bit more dewy. So what I always recommend is to put on some primer that might be based in an oil. This is going to give the effect of a bit of a glow, a bit of a dew. So I'm using one here that I will apply to only this side of my face, and hopefully you'll see the difference. So on this side of the face, you can see that that primer gave a little bit of shine, whereas this side of my face is already a little bit on the oilier side today, so I really don't need that per se. Going on in, I'm going to show you some tricks for applying any sort of concealer. I'm gonna apply Subtl's cream concealer on both of my eyes. I'm in the shade Arlington. I like to just use my finger most times. And the only difference between one side or the other, I'm going to use the shine control powder to set the concealer in place. And I'll put it a couple other areas too. I'm not going to put on a full face of foundation, but I'll just cover up anywhere I'm a little bit red, a couple blemishes on this side. So the only big difference here is that I'm actually going to use Subtl's Shine Control Powder on the oily side of my face to really set the concealer in place, since I might tend to get a little bit oilier or sweatier, which can kind of move the makeup around. If you're on the drier side, odds are you're probably not producing that oil, so you really don't need to set things in place. You want to keep that glowy vibe, whereas for an oily face, you definitely want to help mattify it. Any way that you can do that will be your friend if you have oily skin. So on the dry side, I'm going to leave everything as is. However, on the oily side, I'm going to go ahead and put that shine control powder on top. So now that I've done that, you really can still see that shine coming through on this side, but the shine has dimmed a lot on this side. Now, even if you have dry skin, you can still apply the shine control powder. I would only recommend it under the eye, just to set the concealer under the eye, but I wouldn't put it anywhere else on the face because you really want to keep that glowy, dewy, shiny effect. Okay. So my last step is going to be to really amp up any sort of cream product on the dry side. This is really going to help amplify that kind of more hydrated look that dry skin would want to be having. So Subtle's Lip and Cheek shades are really awesome for this. I'm going to go in with the shade Mauve. This is a really pretty day-to-day, and I really like this just because it's so easy to apply. You can literally just use your hands. You could use a brush as well to stipple it on, but I like to just get it right on top of my cheekbone and up the cheek just a little bit. And this cream product just really helps add to the layers of hydration that you've already applied to the skin with the primer and with the cream concealer. Nice and glowy on that side, and I'm going to use a powder blush on this side of my face. You can still use cream makeup products on oilier skin. You might just want to do a little bit less. So I'm going to use just a powder set that I have here. I'm going to try to mimic that color. So if I take a step back, you can see on this side, I definitely am keeping that shine, especially on the high points of my face. Whereas on this side, the shine is a lot more subtle. Both looks are very pretty in my opinion, but these application tips will help you kind of maintain a more normal state of skin if your skin is skewing one way or the other. Subtle's products are great. Most of them are cream based, but you can totally use that shine control powder since it is translucent. So those are my quick little application tips for dry skin versus oily skin, and hopefully this is helpful, and we will be back with more videos soon. Bye guys.